Congressional Republicans have rejected a resolution acknowledging that Joe Biden is in fact the winner of the 2020 general election. The rejection actually came today in a private meeting after House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer offered a motion to affirm that Biden, of course, has won the election, and that it is that Congress is preparing for Biden's inauguration, right? So this is essentially to ensure that Republican lawmakers who have shied away from offering any public statements in most cases commit to the fact that Biden has won. But unfortunately, the GOP has rejected that motion. So Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and Rules Committee Chairman Roy Blunt of Missouri voted with House Republican Leader Kevin McCarthy in blocking the motion, effectively preventing the inaugural committee from publicly accepting that the upcoming inauguration will be for Biden. Hoyer was outraged by what happened today, and here's his statement. He said, the extent to which Republicans are refusing to accept the outcome of the election and recognize Joe Biden and Kamala Harris as our next president and vice president is astounding. Their continued deference to President Trump's post-election temper tantrums threatens our democracy and undermines faith in our system of elections. He continues to say Republicans are refusing even to allow Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies to say that President-elect Biden and Vice President-elect Harris will be inaugurated on January 20th, even when there's no serious dispute over the fact. And if you're wondering what the excuse is for Republican lawmakers, Senator Roy Blunt did offer this statement saying, quote, it's not the job of the Joint Congressional Committee on Inaugural Ceremonies to get ahead of the electoral process and decide who we are inaugurating. But as we know from the dozens, nearly 40 court cases or court challenges that the Trump campaign has brought forward, this election was won by Joe Biden. Federal judges, including federal judges who were appointed by Donald Trump and confirmed by our Senate, have completely rejected these lawsuits and these arguments because the Trump campaign has failed to provide any evidence for widespread voter fraud. So the fact that these Republicans are still going on with this ridiculous denial of the election results, it just shows you how unbelievably afraid they are of Donald Trump and the political consequences that might come along with telling the American people the truth about the outcome of the election.
Yeah, so look, I was yelling and screaming about this more earlier. I feel a little bit better about the fact that the media is now covering it better, because I was really worried that they were going to say later, oh no, the Republicans never agreed with Donald Trump. Trump was an outlier, and the beloved, wonderful corporate Republicans are totally fine, and they didn't go along with this coup attempt or anything along those lines. But the Washington Post did a great story on it that then got a lot of coverage that actually showed you the truth, which is what I was asking for. For God's sake, will you just ask them who's on Trump's side and who acknowledges reality? And so they did. And it turns out 88% of Republicans in Congress say, no, I don't think that Joe Biden necessarily won. No, I won't agree that Biden has won. 88% of them. So they're on board. They're on board for this madness. And then this is another story that proves definitively that is the leadership for the Republicans in the House and the Senate saying, nope, I don't see a Biden win. I don't hear a Biden win. And I certainly won't speak a Biden win. Look, so it's now much clearer that it is the entire Republican Party that is complicit in this attempt to do a political coup. They're undemocratic and they are un-American. And so look, of course, the mainstream media is not gonna go as far as I am and call them un-American, but it's a fact. If you are trying to overturn a democratic election and you say, I don't care, I just wanna steal it. And it's super obvious that Joe Biden has won, and you presented zero evidence in 48 cases, including one that reached the Supreme Court today and was swatted away as being completely insignificant. Well, then you're saying, yeah, I don't care what reality is. I just want to steal, coup. And that's what they are, they're cuckoos. And so now the whole country knows that, yes, well, unfortunately not the whole country. I wish the whole country would know that, but at least the media is being clearer about it. So I have some comfort in that. And by the way, speaking of the media, real quick, the case that went to the Supreme Court today. So they thought, oh, Alito and Amy Coney Barrett, and they're going to make this happen. And when the Supreme Court rejected this case that was brought by a Trump ally in Pennsylvania, now Lou Dobbs is on the air saying the Supreme Court, that is 6-3, massively right wing, and everyone knows that. He's like, they're cowards, and this decision was awful. So there's no one who's conservative enough. There's no evidence that is sufficient enough for the Lou Dobbs, Donald Trump, Rudy Giuliani, unfortunately, all of MAGA, for them to get to accept reality. But most importantly, now Republicans in Congress saying, yes, we too are definitely crazy and we do not accept reality. And if we could, we would love to do a political coup and steal this election.
And I have to mention one person by name who was quoted in a CNN article regarding whether or not Donald Trump should concede. And that person is Representative Jim Jordan, who said, no way. He said, no way, no way, no way, in terms of Trump conceding. So he's very much egging.
Because now a lot of Republicans claim they're waiting till December 14th, that's next Monday, when the Electoral College officially certifies the winner. Then it's not the media saying it, it's not every single court saying it, it's not the Supreme Court saying it, it's official. This is how elections are decided in the United States of America. This is our system, right? I don't like the Electoral College. I think we should reform it or get rid of it, but that's what the Electoral College is. They vote next Monday. When it becomes official, some Republicans claim, well, maybe we'll acknowledge reality after our coup failed, right? But guys like Jim Jordan that quote was in response to, how about past December 14th, after the Electoral College certifies the election? He's like, no way, we're never going to recognize it. So
great.
Yeah, they're going to take their ball and go home. They're going to divide this country forever. They're going to call it Biden illegitimate forever and ever and ever, based on no evidence at all. And they're going to make their side angrier and angrier and angrier. And because this helps them retain power in their seats in elections that are coming up. Does it help to destroy the country? Yes, but they don't care. All they care about is their own personal power. You think Jim Jordan doesn't know that Donald Trump is lying? You think he can't read court decisions? You think he doesn't know that they lost 48 times and they just lost the Supreme Court? He knows. He's lying to you on purpose. Well, number one, because he thinks Republican voters are idiots, so we can tell them anything and they'll believe it. They'll believe that 49 losses in a row is actually winning. They're that stupid. Yes, that's what Jim Jordan thinks of you. Don't prove him right. And secondly, they think, I don't care about this country or our democracy. So if we can end it to retain our power, we'll do it in a second. That's who Jim Jordan, that un-American bastard, is.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.